So, hello everyone, and thank you for being here today. We are Team 3, and our presentation is about Suncor Energy and the Athabasca crisis. So, our team members are Rukmini, Renexe, Navjot Kaur, Kandu, and Grace. So, today we will talk about a serious incident that happens at Suncor Energy, how it affected people and the environment, and what the company should do to fix it and avoid similar problems in the future. So, starting up with the first slide, I'm going to discuss in this slide spill that shook trust. So, on April 16, 2020, 23rd, Suncor Energy released dirty wastewater into the Athabasca River, the worst part. Indigenous community living nearby were not told for several days that this wasn't just bad for environment. It also made people lose trust in Suncor and the government. Um, so moving to the next slide. This is about what happened at Athabasca. So, the Athabasca River holds cultural and spiritual importance to local indigenous groups. When sediment-laden water entered this scattered space, it not only disrupted the ecosystem but also traditions uh, tied of fishing ceremonies and community life. Compounding the issue was a slow regulatory response, further escalating ecological harm and sparkling outrage from indigenous communities and the public. So, next slide is about the ethical issues at state. So this crisis reveals multiple ethical failures. So the first one is lack of communication. Indigenous communities should have been informed right away, but they were not. The second one is poor safety measures. The company's old equipment and cost cutting made the spill more likely. And the last one is ignoring indigenous knowledge. Indigenous voices were not included in environmental planning, which is unfair and irresponsible. Thank you. That's all from my side.
Thank you. From the political and legal perspective, we noticed that the Alberta Energy Regulator were very weak in enforcing their critical role. They delayed in their public announcements to government in order to facilitate the sanction or restrictment towards Suncor Energy. We talk about the economic aspect of Suncor Energy, where the incident has significant implication, which led to Suncor cutting costs, and it led to outdated infrastructure, which became a liability to investors. Environmental and social criteria such as BlackRock may see this as a red flag. There is also the threat to cost in which led to potential divestment. On the social aspect, the impact is dearly rooted to the indigenous communities. We always say water is life. The spill disrupted the livelihood of the indigenes. Their economic aspect of fishing, their ceremonial aspects were all damaged due to Suncor Energy oil spillage that was not controlled. Thank you.
Thank you. Especially with the technological crisis, technically the crisis reveals that the Sunscore lacks advanced monitoring system. The absence of a real-time alert and a predictive technical allows the spill to go unnoticed until it was too late. And there was not clear for AI-powered water treatment and a risk detection tool, area where Sunscore currently lacks their competitor committed to clean tech innovation. So environmentally, the damage is long-term and deeply concerned. Sediment affect fish reproduction zone, disrupt aquatic biodiversity, threaten their ecological balance. And this incident has sparked conservation around stricter conservation policy and emphasized the urgent need for sustainable industry practice. Thank you.
Thank you, Kando. Now, I will be speaking about the stakeholder impact map. When examining stakeholder impact, it's clear that the crisis affected a wide spectrum, from indigenous communities to investors, regulators, and even the broad public. Each group experienced a breach of trust in different ways. Understanding these layered impacts is crucial for developing responsible and inclusive recovery strategies. Next slide, please. So moving forward to the strategic solutions, Suncor Energy must prioritize its stakeholder engagement. This includes transparent communication with communities, proactive collaboration with regulators, and also accountability to its investors like BlackRock, as discussed. A continuous improvement plan is also essential, featuring regular environmental assessments, tech upgrades, and the inclusion of traditional ecological knowledge. The cultural shift must move Suncor from reactive crisis management to proactive, prevention based leadership. Now, I will pass this to Renjia.
Thank you, Rukmini. Okay, now let's talk about how we're engaging with our stakeholders. We're taking a proactive approach by setting up a dedicated committee led by the CSSO to focus on both stakeholder relationships and sustainability efforts. We're also committed to holding regular discussions with key groups like indigenous communities, investors, and regulators to ensure their voices are heard. On top of that, we are introducing real-time environmental dashboards to keep everyone informed, along with annual summits to bring us all together. And perhaps most importantly, we are working hard hand in hand with communities to collaboratively shape sustainability policies that reflect their needs and priorities. Next slide, please. Okay, now let's move to our plan for continuous improvement. We are focusing on a few key strategies to keep us moving forward. First, we'll be conducting regular environmental impact assessment and benchmarking our technology to ensure we're always at the forefront. We'll also be gathering feedback through perception surveys from both investors and the public to understand their views and expectations. Another critical piece is incorporating traditional ecological knowledge into our practices, which brings invaluable insight to the table too. Finally, we are working to shift our mindset as an organization, moving away from just reacting to challenges and instead anticipating and addressing challenges proactively. All right, next slide, please. To wrap things up, let's reflect on where we stand. The recent incident at Sanka has highlighted some critical gaps, like ethical, legal, and environmental, that we need to address urgently. Moving forward, we believe that bringing together science, technology, and indigenous wisdom is not just important, but essential to creating sustainable solutions. And ultimately, building a better future for Sanka means focusing on trust, being transparent in our actions, and committing to a meaningful transformation that benefits everyone. Thank you. Okay, references.